Time's expired. Mr. Brady.
Son of a gun.
I don't know why anyone would oppose this legislation. My understanding is that it really reassures our investors that it assures our investors that America will make good on its debts. It takes this issue of default off the table so we can focus on the spending challenges in America as well as what we need to do to act now together to save Social Security and Medicare for the long term. And in that default issue, Mr. Payne, can you talk about what default is and what the impact would be on borrowing costs, on our economy, on our credit rating as a country?
Mr. Brady, the two of the major credit rating agencies, as the chairman indicated in his opening, Moody's and S&P, have indicated that for purposes of our country's sovereign credit rating, they will analyze whether or not Treasury has missed a debt payment, a principal and interest payment. If we were to do that, the rating agencies have indicated they could institute a ratings review, which could result in additional downgrade. The impact of a potential downgrade is obviously uncertain, but it could increase borrowing costs.
Are there any impacts on the economy should we default on our debts?
Mr. Brady, if there is a default, if the credit rating of the country is lowered and if interest rates rise, it could increase net borrowing costs, which would squeeze other government spending. It could disrupt interest rate transactions in the private market. So it could have a substantial spillover effect on the health of the overall economy.
Right now we're generating for America, higher taxes and revenue than at any time since 2007, I think was the last high point. So we have dollars to pay our debts. This ensures, regardless of the cash flow, that our investors know that they will be paid on time with interest, correct?
Yes, sir.
Final point, is this legislation investor neutral? So in effect, if you're an American family that's invested in treasuries, the Federal Reserve that's buying them, or a foreign investor, it treats them all equally, and as the debt comes due, it just simply ensures that we're paying them all fully and on time so we avoid any of the other economic consequences?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Mr. Chairman, I think taking default off the table, focusing Congress and the White House back on our spending problems and what we need to do to save Social Security and Medicare for every generation, I think this is exactly the financially responsible, I think a bipartisan bill we should be able to work around. Yield back.